The golden eagle is considered one of the most powerful birds on the planet. They can hunt even young wolves. These birds of prey employ the typical tactics of diurnal predators, but take it to perfection. Soaring high above their prey, they then fold their wings and plummet, extending their clawed talons forward. During this descent, the golden eagle doesn't fully fold its wings. It still controls the direction of the fall and can almost instantly halt it to soar again. Acceleration is necessary not only to make the dive faster, but also to add force to the impact. Thanks to gravity, the eagle's strike can break the spine of an animal 4 to 5 times heavier and bulkier than the bird itself. The bird doesn't aim to finish the fight with a single blow, though. It's ready for a prolonged battle with it. Unfurling its wings, the golden eagle continues to hover over the prey, delivering new strikes. This tactic is so effective that humans used these birds for wolf hunting hundreds of years ago, and continue to use them in some regions of Asia. How do you feel about such hunting? Share your opinion in the comments. Each talon of the feathered predator is as long as a knife, and there are 8 of them in total. When multiple blades strike a dozen times per minute, the victim of the attack is left with almost no chance, even if it's a carnivorous beast. Especially after the first devastating blow. However, this tactic is not foolproof. A seasoned wolf can shake off the eagle's grip and then employ its main weapon, its jaws. The predator doesn't just bite, but grabs its opponent, shaking it from side to side. This both confuses the bird and prevents it from regaining balance, inflicting some serious damage. The golden eagle simply can't reach the wolf's eyes with its talons. Its jaws throw the bird to the ground like a wet rag. Again and again, each strike makes the light, hollow bones of the bird crack. And when the wolf reaches the eagle's throat, it has no chance. This golden eagle decided to use its favorite move on a huge shepherd dog. At first glance, the dog seems to lag behind the wolf in terms of strength and ferocity, and that's usually the case, but the eagle doesn't discern between dog breeds. It's not a lap dog, but a real fighter in front of it. And you know what? The bird had every chance of succeeding even against this opponent. It swooped down on the dog and delivered its strike. It is true that the accuracy was not perfect, so breaking the dog's neck didn't really succeed. But the golden eagle hooked its talons and began systematically delivering blows with its paws. And the bird, however, underestimated the enemy. These dogs were bred specifically to resist predators. They are accustomed to responding to a blow with a blow. Moreover, they cover each other and always go in packs. It's hard to say if the dog would fend off a huge eagle on its own, but it didn't have to test that. Its friends came to its rescue. Together, they rushed the golden eagle and quickly dealt with it. 3 such dogs can fend off a bear. The golden eagle is practically defenseless against them. They managed to throw it off the dog's neck and then simply dragged it along on the ground. This prevented the bird from regaining balance and soaring again. Initially, it hooked with its talons, and then they grabbed its wing, stretched it, and finished it off when it lay upside down. The eagle couldn't fend off with its own paws anymore. In the end, the golden eagle became prey for the dogs. That's what teamwork means. There is a stereotype that swans are cute and innocent birds with an elegant neck curve and a mild temperament. Well, they do look graceful, of course, and extreme monogamy of these birds does seem romantic to human taste. However, in the wild, swans have another trait not often discussed. These white beauties are real bullies in the bird world. Whereas a pair of swans settles, nobody else will at all. They plunder others' nests, pursue, beat, and drown representatives of other species. Basically, they seize the entire water body they choose, even if its area is much longer than they need for living. This eagle was clearly unaware of these swans' habits. It calmly caught fish and other marine creatures, sizing up the white birds as a potential dinner. Sharp talons? Check. Powerful beak? Also check. Could the large and strong eagle handle a swan? Turns out it could not. The swan initiated an aggressive attack, leaving the eagle shocked by the force with which the swan charged. The diurnal predator was in shallow water, with the water barely reaching its belly, but the swan, although unarmed with claws or a sharp beak, possesses such tremendous strength by bird standards that it could grab the eagle with its beak and drag it into the depths, essentially drowning the unwanted guest. The eagle had to flee. Have you ever seen any movie scenes where a character was so desperate that no threats really affected them? Something familiar happened here, but in the reality of the wild. This golden eagle is strong enough to hunt even young deer. A fox might be a serious target for it, but not really a dangerous opponent. The gold eagle is used to foxes fearing it, running away, and exposing their backs for a possible strike. We don't know the drama that unfolded in the life of this red warrior. Maybe he had a falling out with his fox mate. Or lost a good hunting spot. In any case, when the fox noticed the descending gold eagle, it didn't even think of running away, and the bird was shocked. Perhaps it thought that the fox simply hadn't noticed it. The eagle doesn't know who it's dealing with, so it landed and went head-on against the fox to scare it and induce panic. It didn't work. The fox just stood there, staring at the eagle as if saying, "Come on, come on. Are you threatening me? Well then show me what you're capable of, man." While the fox clearly loses to the eagle in combat qualities, it refrains from attacking first. But the redhead's character makes the dangerous predatory bird hesitate and retreat. Large eagles, like golden eagles that live in the mountains, can hunt ungulates that are 10 to 15 times heavier. Even for mighty feathered predators wielding dagger-like talons, this difference is too significant for a typical showdown. So these birds use gravity as a weapon. These eagles are strong enough to utilize acceleration and speed to lift an adult mountain goat or ram, and then drop it off a cliff straight into the abyss. The ungulate doesn't travel a considerable distance in the talons of the feathered predator, but the bird calculates everything so that there's a significant depth beneath the prey when the grip of its taloned claws releases. Eventually, the victim crashes to the ground, and it's just a matter of swooping down to start the feast. Pretty cool, right? But the ungulates themselves don't really like this plan, and this herbivore decided to give the golden eagle a resistance that it would remember for its entire life. When the bird delivered a crushing blow to the back of the herbivore, it dashed towards a steep cliff. However, this wasn't the fall the predator desired. The herbivore runs, unable to control its speed, but the bird can't lift it back into the air either. The golden eagle doesn't back down and doesn't release its grip. It seems to enjoy it. It feels itself like a cowboy riding a Mustang that needs to be tamed. Spreading its wings, the bird maintains balance, continuing to fight and tightening its grip, digging its talons into the prey's back. It won't be easy to shake it off. However, the predator underestimated its prey. The victim does something incredible, turns in a way that puts the bird in front and crashes into the rock at full speed. The herbivore practically rams the stone with the body of its enemy. Due to the inertia of the fall, the goat itself collided with the eagle and finished it off. The bird is alive, but one can only speculate about the internal injuries and fractures it sustained. On the other hand, thanks to landing on the soft bird, the goat avoided critical damage. Of course, its back is injured, but it managed to shake off this pursuer and return to the herd. Pretty cool, isn't it? This eagle certainly didn't expect such audacity. It was calmly dining when it was noticed by a cat. For this feathered predator, a domestic cat is also a potential prey. The white-tailed eagle can handle an animal twice as heavy and larger than the cat. But the fluffy bandit doesn't care who's in front of it. It seeks excitement and wants a snack at the same time. It sneaks up to the eagle, but the bird barely notices it. The funniest part is that on the ground, the feathered predator isn't eager to fight the clawed beast. The eagle probably would win, but strikes with claws to the eyes are a very unpleasant way to end the day. So, when both opponents realized they had noticed each other, they just turned away and started carefully surveying the surroundings. As if a dialogue had taken place between them. Who are you? I was just passing by, admiring the scenery, and you? Me too, just standing here looking at these beautiful landscapes. The way potential enemies deliberately ignored each other's looks amusing, and at the same time shows that predators usually rely on a sudden attack. And if they realize they've been noticed, they might retreat. Interestingly enough, this trait unites both mammals and birds. Still, the eagle was clearly shocked by the cat's boldness. Which instance of unexpected resistance by predatory birds amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to be the first to learn the most fascinating facts about wild and domestic animals.